Chainlink might drop 1.4% by July 1 per Gov Capital Collector update. Let's open with a quick view of the current market move. Today, Chainlink has gone down 1% and is now sitting around $7.27. Let's break down today's forecast range. Based on Gov Capital Collector's projection, the price might slip to $7.17 tomorrow, with a loss of 1.4%. Chainlink might move up to $7.30 per coin codex. That's about 0.4% higher than now. Coin data flow highlights the possibility of reaching $7.37, an upward move of about 1.4%. Another outlook from Coin Price Forecast projects Chainlink could climb to $7.37, about 1.4% above now. And lastly, 30 Rates projects the price at $7.48 by July 1, which is 2.9% above today's price. This is the top return projection of all we covered. That completes the 5 analyst views. Let's continue. Forecast complete. Let's turn to the probability and payoff. Looking at the projections, the market could shift between a decline of 1.4% and an increase of 2.9%. Overall, 30 Rates provides the leading forecast with 2.9% gain in value by tomorrow. From this, you could see returns of between $4 and $29 for every $1,000 you invest. When it comes to odds, CoinCodex comes first with an 88.7% chance of success. By merging all 5 forecasts, I've established a single consensus view. Taken together, forecasts indicate Chainlink could rise close to 0.9% overall. Let's go through it step by step. Consensus expectations highlight a 0.9% upward move in price under present conditions. In other words, your capital could also see an increase of 0.9%, reflecting that same shift. On a 1,000 position, that could potentially translate into about $9 in profit. The likelihood that the consensus outcome will hold true is around 86%. As we continue, let's check what analysts expect over the 3-day horizon. Gov Capital Collector expects Chainlink to rise over the next few days. CoinCodex emphasizes a downward trajectory. A drop is additionally expected by Coin Data Flow, reinforcing the downside view. The direction called out by Coin Price Forecast is toward higher levels. The short-term picture, also noted by 30 Rates, shows the price pushing higher. Analyst views combined indicate Chainlink will trade in a narrow range over the next 3 days. Looking across the forecasts, most analysts emphasize an optimistic stance, with Chainlink expected to push higher. 5 sites published forecasts 2 days ago. Let's see how they held up in reality. Ultimately, the day's result came to $7.38. In the end, 4 out of 5 analysts got the direction right. CoinLore demonstrated the strongest accuracy. Now for the details. 3 forecasts ended up inside the daily candle. When it comes to ROI, every forecast showed gains across the board. Moving on to the performance summary, a clear way to compare how each analyst did. Across the results, CoinCodex recorded accuracy, 87.7% forecast probability, and 0.9% ROI. Look closely and see if your pick matched the real outcome. Let's take a moment to observe how the forecast-based returns for tomorrow align between Chainlink and other cryptocurrencies. At third position, we have Chainlink, and Algorand appears with an expected gain of 1.3%. This section includes Chainlink and 4 random cryptocurrencies, while a far broader selection is already accessible on my website. Stay ahead of the crowd. Subscribe so you don't miss when the next asset starts climbing. See you in the next comparison.